Did you know about the chilling story of Katie Beers? Katie Beers was only 10 years old when her life took a terrifying turn. On December 28, 1992, just 2 days before her 10th birthday, she vanished. Her abductor was someone she trusted. The disappearance was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. Every detail had been meticulously planned, creating a prison that would hold Katie captive for days. The underground bunker where Katie was held was a concrete tomb. It was built beneath an unsuspecting location. It was dark, cold, and isolated from the world. For Katie, the nightmare had only just begun. She was subjected to unspeakable horrors in this custom-made prison. She was told chillingly that she would spend the rest of her life there. Katie's ordeal seemed eternal, but it ended as abruptly as it had begun. A confession led to her rescue. However, her escape from the bunker also meant freedom of torment. This is the chilling tale of Katie Beers' kidnapping and her incredible survival. Katie Beers was born on December 30th, 1982 in New York. Her early years were marked by neglect and abuse. She lived on Long Island with her biological mother and older half-brother. Marilyn, her mother, often abandoned her, leaving Katie in the care of her godmother, Linda Inghileri, and her husband, Sal. This arrangement turned out to be far worse. Sal Inghileri subjected Katie to consistent sexual, physical, and emotional abuse. Katie later revealed the extent of her suffering, saying, "I was sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, and verbally abused." Her childhood was a nightmare characterized by constant fear and pain. In this toxic environment, John Esposito hovered on the periphery, showering Katie and her brother with attention and gifts. He was a predator in disguise, biding his time. Esposito had a history of attempted abductions, yet Katie's family seemed oblivious. Abuse was a secret hidden in plain sight, unreported and ignored by the community. Ironically, this abusive childhood equipped Katie with the mental strength needed for her survival. It was this resilience that would later help her endure the unimaginable ordeal in Esposito's bunker. On December 28, 1992, John Esposito offered to take Katie on a birthday shopping trip. Instead, he took her to his home. He had built a secret underground bunker beneath his garage. When she rebuffed his advances, he forced her into the bunker. The entrance was concealed by a 200-pound concrete trapdoor. Katie's sudden disappearance baffled her family and the police. Posters of her missing face were plastered all over town. For her, each passing moment was a battle for survival. For 17 grueling days, Katie Beers lived in the underground bunker. Esposito would descend into the tunnel to abuse her. He provided her with blankets, toys, junk food, and soda. The television became her lifeline, broadcasting news reports of the search. It gave Katie the hope she desperately needed. Katie managed to stay awake, fearing Esposito would abuse her in her sleep. Despite the constant abuse, she never gave up hope. Section 5. The psychological battle for survival. Katie Beers' survival was not just physical, it was psychological. She faced a constant battle to maintain her sanity in the bunker. The darkness, isolation, and abuse could have broken anyone, but Katie's indomitable spirit kept her going. She clung to the hope of rescue and the belief that she would one day be free. Katie's ability to outthink Esposito was remarkable. She asked questions that made him doubt his plan. She manipulated him into making mistakes. Her intelligence and courage were her greatest weapons in this psychological war. Esposito, meanwhile, was growing paranoid. The pressure from the police investigation was mounting. He began to unravel, and it was this unraveling that would eventually lead to Katie's salvation. Katie's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit. Her mental strength and cunning were crucial in her battle for survival. She refused to let her captor break her, and it was this refusal that ultimately saved her life. Section 6. The dramatic rescue. The police had identified John Esposito as a primary suspect early on. His history and proximity to Katie's family made him a person of interest. They noted that Esposito's phone call was a recording, devoid of background noise. Witnesses also reported seeing him alone on the day Katie disappeared. Under intense surveillance, Esposito began to crack. On January 13, 1993, Esposito confessed to his attorney, leading the police to Katie's underground prison. For 17 days, she had been held in the dark, concrete bunker. Her rescue was nothing short of miraculous. Esposito pleaded guilty to kidnapping on June 16, 1994, and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. 10 pending charges, including sexual abuse, were dropped in exchange for his plea. Saling also faced justice for his prior abuse of Katie, serving 12 years in prison. Katie's rescue was a dramatic and emotional moment. She was finally free from the nightmare that had consumed her life. Her bravery and resilience had paid off, and she was ready to start a new chapter. Section 7. Life after rescue. Katie Beers was placed with a loving foster family in East Hampton, New York. This new environment allowed her to escape the cycle of abuse that had plagued her early years. As an adult, Katie revisited her torment by co-authoring her memoir, becoming an inspirational speaker. Katie's life after rescue was a journey of healing and advocacy. She used her traumatic experiences to help others, becoming a voice for child abuse victims. She frequently spoke at events to raise awareness about child abuse and kidnapping. Her story inspired many with her resilience and strength. Despite her past, Katie built a fulfilling life. She lives in rural Pennsylvania with her husband and 2 children. Her past experiences have made her a stronger person, determined to live a happy and productive life. Her story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most harrowing circumstances. Katie's life after rescue is a story of triumph. She turned her pain into purpose, helping countless others along the way. Her journey is an inspiration to anyone facing adversity. Section 8. John Esposito's fate. John Esposito's life after his crimes was marked by the knowledge of his heinous actions. He pleaded guilty to kidnapping and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. 10 pending charges, including sexual abuse, were dropped in exchange for his plea. Saling also faced justice, serving 12 years for his abuse of Katie. Esposito's life in prison was a grim existence. He was haunted by his crimes and the impact they had on Katie. On September 4th, 2013, Esposito was found dead in his prison cell due to apparent natural causes. His death brought a form of closure to Katie and her family. Esposito's fate serves as a reminder of the importance of justice and the consequences of one's actions. While his death in prison ended his story, Katie's journey of recovery and advocacy continues to inspire. Section 9. Katie Beers' Advocacy and Legacy. Katie Beers has used her experiences to become a powerful advocate for child abuse victims. She speaks at events, sharing her story to raise awareness and inspire others. Her advocacy work has had a profound impact, helping to prevent future cases of abuse and kidnapping. Katie's memoir, co-authored with Carolyn Gussoff, details her harrowing ordeal and her journey to healing. It has reached a wide audience, spreading her message of hope and resilience. She continues to work tirelessly to make a difference in the lives of abuse survivors. Katie's legacy is one of strength and courage. She has turned her pain into a source of inspiration for others. Her work has helped to create a safer world for children and has given a voice to those who have suffered in silence. Section 10. A message of hope and resilience. Katie Beers' story is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite enduring unimaginable horrors, she emerged stronger and more determined than ever. Her journey from victim to advocate is an inspiration to us all. Katie's story highlights the importance of vigilance and reporting in preventing child abuse and kidnapping. It reminds us that we must never turn a blind eye to the suffering of others. Her courage and strength serve as a beacon of hope for those who are struggling. In conclusion, Katie Beers' tale of survival is a reminder that even in the darkest of times there is hope. Her resilience and determination have turned her into a symbol of strength for abuse survivors everywhere. Her story encourages us to support and protect the vulnerable, ensuring that no child has to endure what she did. Let us all be inspired by Katie's journey and work towards a safer, more compassionate world.